Erev Yom HaKippurim. Erev Yom HaKippurim. Achariya ha'os hazeh. And we have the source of learning. Maseches Pesachim, Daf, Lamed Ches Amud Aleph, continuing from where we left off. At the bottom of Lamed Zayin Beis, the Gemara says, Amar Rav Ashi, the three lines from the bottom, last word on the line. Amar Rav Ashi, Isa Shel Ma'aser Sheni, if you have Ma'aser Sheni dough, L'divrei Meir, P'turim min challah. According to Meir, it is pater from challah. You don't need to take challah from Ma'aser Sheni dough. L'divrei Chacham, according to the Chacham, chayeves b'challah. You do need to take Ma'aser Sheni dough. The Rashi points out that the shit of Meir is the Amar B'perek Sheni the Kiddushin. He says in the second parak of Kiddushin, Meiser Mam Gevayahu, that Meiser Sheni is Mam Gevayahu, it belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and therefore it's P'turim min Chala. It is exempt from the mitzvah of Chala because the pasuk says Arisa Seichem, your Chalas, your dough has to have Chala and not the dough that belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Chum say, however, that it is Chayiv in Chala. Continuing the top of Lamed Ches Amud Aleph, Matzes shel Ma'aser Sheni l'divrei Meir ein adam yotze b'yidei chavaz b'Pesach. And the matzahs of Ma'aser Sheni, a person is not able to fulfill the mitzvah of matzah on Pesach. With the matzahs of Ma'aser Sheni, l'divrei Chacham, according to the opinion of Chacham, yotze ba yidei chavaz b'Pesach, a person is able to fulfill the mitzvah of matzahs on Pesach with Ma'aser Sheni money. Esrog shel Ma'aser Sheni, we're getting all of the Tavim in. Esrog shel Ma'aser Sheni, what about an Esrog that is from Ma'aser Sheni? The Remer ein yotze by yidei chavasai be Yom Tov l'divrei Chacham adam yotze by yidei chavasai be Yom Tov. The same machlokas would seem that the Esrog Ma'aser Sheni, according to Remer, you cannot use, and the Chacham say you can use. Maseches Rav Papa has a challenge to this. It says Rav Papa Bish Lama Isa. It makes sense that with regards to the Isa, with regards to the dough, because that's what Remer told us in Maseches Kiddushin. It has to be your dough in order to be chayev in challah. Mishalachem, that has to be yours. Esrog nami, and with regards to an esrog, it also makes sense that needs to be yours. Tichsev ulekachtem lachem b'yam rishon, that has to belong to you, at least on the first day. Lachem mishalachem, that means it has to belong to you. Mishalachem yehe. Ela matzahs, but with regards to matzahs, miksiv matzahs chem. Does it say anywhere in the Torah that it has to be your matzahs? Meaning, it seems to be the reason is a question of ownership. Arisa say chem, and with regards to esrog, ulkachtem lachem. What about matzahs? How come matzahs are lumped in together with us? Amar Rava says Rava v'item Rav Yomi bar Shalmia. Asya lechem. There is a gzera shava of lechem. Ksiv hacha lechem. Only the pasuk says over here lechem only, that the matzahs that you eat have to be lechem only. Ksiv hasam, and it says there with regards to challah v'haya be'achal chem milechem haaretz, when you will eat from the lechem of the land. Ma'ala halam mishalachem, just like there belongs to you. Avkam mishalachem, so to here it must belong to you as well. Says the Gemara, Leim Messiah, which, by the way, if that's true, what that would mean is that everybody has to own their matzahs, at least on the first night of Pesach. Leim Messiah, and let's say that this supports him. Isa shel Ma'aser Sheni, if you have an Isa, if you have dough of Ma'aser Sheni, it's going to be exempt from the mitzvah of challah. And the Chacham say that you would be chayiv. Says, well, what do you mean, Lema Messiah? That is exactly what we said. That's not a proof. That's not a support. That's exactly what the Brisa just said. So we said, no, hachi kamar. He says, this is what he's saying. Lema de pligi beisa behanach nami pligi. Just like they have the machlokas with regards to the dough of challah, b'hanach nami pligi, they also have the machlokas with the other two, with matzahs and esrogim. Or alternatively, shani hasam, there it is going to be different. Because the pasuk by Chala says the word arisay seichem, your dough, twice. And that would then make it that everybody agrees that with regards to challah, you would need to have the dough belong to you. But in a Chanami, they would agree to that and disagree only with regards to matzah and esher. But Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish asked the following question: Are you allowed to fulfill your mitzvah of challah with Maaser Sheni of in Yerushalayim? What does that mean? So the mitzvah is that a person would fulfill the mitzvah of matzah with Maaser Sheni challah in Yerushalayim. Meaning, Rashi says, "Yerushalayim tichsiv v'nasata kesef b'chol asher taveh nafshecha," is that you are allowed to use the Maaser Sheni for whatever you like. B'chol asher taveh nafshecha, with all the things that you would like. And challah, that would be going to the Kohen. So you have a Kohen in Yerushalayim. He's going to use Maaser Sheni challah. Aliba de Rabbi Yossi Glili. According to Rabbi Yossi Glili, lo tibalach. It's not even a question. Hashtu b'chulin lo nafik. He doesn't think that you'd fulfill your mitzvah of matzah with chulin Maaser Sheni, meaning Maaser Sheni that the bailim are allowed to eat. He thinks that that's completely off the table, as we discussed a few dapim ago. The question is, would you even need to ask the question with regards to the challah? Of course not. Meaning the Maaser Sheni itself is not chayiv. You're not able to fulfill your mitzvah of maaser of matzah with the challah of Maaser Sheni for sure not. Kiti bailach, if you have such a question, kiti bailach aliva de Rabbi Akiva. The question would be according to Rabbi Akiva. Says the Gemara b'chulin hu denafik. There he would be able to fulfill the mitzvah of chulin. Because it became tamei yesh lahem heter b'mayishavos. Because then, if it became tamei, you would be able to exchange it at a fifth, and then be able to eat it in the mayishavos anywhere else outside Jerusalem. About challah, but with regards to challah, if it became tamei, leis la heter b'mayishavos. There's no way of being able to eat it anywhere else. And it's going to get burnt. So loy nothing. You're not going to be able to fulfill the obligation. So Dilma, what's the alternative? Meaning, is there another way of looking at this? Oh Dilma, perhaps. Amrina, and we would say, since he hasn't called it challah, v'itame, and became tame, is lahet b'Shabbos. It would be mutar b'Shabbos v'nafik ba, and he would be able to fulfill this obligation. So hashtanami nafik, and so too, yeah, nafik, he would be able to fulfill the obligation. The Rashi says, says Rashi, if you didn't call it a name, challah. What does that mean? So you say, nitma v'nafik, if it became tameh, v'nafik, and you fulfill the obligation, hashanami loy paka teres matzah mine. It hasn't stopped being matzah mishum kriya shem challah. Because you've called it challah, it doesn't stop it from being matzah. The challah ba'alma loy nafkim michlal matzah, because challah itself has not stopped being matzah kididnan masnisin, because the Mishnah says v'kahanim b'challah, that the kahanim can be yet the mitzvah of challah ela ha lichud mishum de isura de asura the isura leiber mashavas v'ramin ha'v'nafik. Since it is awesome Shabbos, that's the reason that you would not be able to fulfill the obligation. And Hashem Baruch, we are starting Slichas in a moment, so Hashem, to be continued with the last few lines of this Amud tomorrow on Yom HaKippurim, and for those that are following along online on Matzah Yom HaKippurim, looking forward, please God, to a Gemar Chasim Tova for us and for all of Klal Yisrael, and we will see you later.